Hi, I'm Bob Actonod, founder of Forte Search Partners, a culture-based retained executive search firm. I want to share with you my story behind why I started Forte and the key insights that led me to where I'm at today. Let's rewind back in the mid 90s. That's a long time ago. I was fresh into my HR career as a technical recruiter, and right from the start, I understood how crucial it was to make great hires. My background was in economics, so I love turning data into actionable insights to guide decision making. That passion led me to a small tech company where I had some of the best nerdy conversations with our CEO, John, who was just as geeked out about data as I was. Through him, I met Kevin, one of his business school classmates, who was a pioneer in employee satisfaction surveys. We bonded over the idea of using data to understand human behavior and unlock what truly drives success. The data we gathered enabled me to become really good at my job as a recruiter and later as an HR leader. I was able to identify the right talent, align people to company goals, and create environments or cultures that could thrive. Together with Kevin, we built what we thought were some of the first smart surveys, surveys that adapted to responses and dug deep into people's thoughts and emotions. We ran countless experiments at work. We gathered data and we found out what really makes people tick. After thousands of surveys and millions of data points, I learned something crucial. And I'm going to share these neat findings with you, which are very eye opening. So here are some of the questions that we asked in our surveys. Question number one: what do you think drives success at work? The company mission, leadership strategy, competitive products, or culture? The answer was clear. Over 90% chose culture. Question number two: describe your company culture in 5 words. We left a blank field here for qualitative data and received over 2,000 different words. Sorting them, we found that people spent more time on this question than any other. Describing an emotional connection is difficult to articulate. Question number three: who owns culture? CEO, leadership team, HR, everyone. To my surprise, 80% responded HR. Question number four: who should own culture? CEO, leadership team, HR, everyone. This one wasn't as surprising. 90% of the respondents said it's the CEO and the leadership team who should own culture. These responses gave us a path to success. Here's what we learned. Number one, culture is the most important driver of success. Two, people have a strong emotional connection to culture, but they can't really articulate it. And three, people think HR owns culture, but most agree that it really should be the leader's responsibility. So in my 30-year career, I've consistently run this survey and results have remained largely unchanged. Technology, including AI, which is the latest craze, has rapidly transformed our world, but the belief that culture drives success has stood the test of time. So, how do we demystify culture? Through effective tools and frameworks, let me share something that I've developed. When we asked people to describe culture in 5 words, we found most responses to be grouped in 4 distinct buckets. Bucket number one, which I call synergy, these are the words like family, relationships, care, collaboration, fill this bucket. These are oxytocin driven words, the hormone that promotes connection and bonding and trust amongst people. Bucket number two, I call spark. These are words like innovation, creativity, building, architecting. These would evoke excitement and energy. These words are tied to both oxytocin and dopamine, which is the feel good chemical in our brain. Bucket number three, which I call strive. Achievement, competition, results, goals. These are the dopamine driven words. These chemicals push people to pursue rewards and hit targets. Bucket number four, which I call structure. Efficiency, process, rules, order. This bucket is linked to serotonin, which brings balance and stability. I visualize these four buckets in what I call the 4S model, or our culture assessment tool, which we call CAT, which helps organizations understand their current culture and what their preferred culture should be. The CAT is simple to use and it gives accurate results. If you want to get started to use the CAT tool for free, you can visit our website at culturedrivesuccess.com. Sign up for a login and dive into the understanding your organization's now culture and preferred culture. Step number 3, who owns culture? Now, who owns culture? It's not HR. It's the CEO and the leadership team, period. If a company hands culture off to HR, it's often understaffed, underappreciated. They're setting themselves up for failure. HR should play an important role as an enabler of culture, helping build programs that align the leadership's vision so they can actively manage and measure culture. What about your organization? What's your culture? Take step 1, which is taking the CAT tool at culturedrivesuccess.com. Then take action. Book a 30-minute consultation with us and set up your culture for success. I started Forte Search Partners because I believe that leaders of an organization are the true drivers of culture. We specialize in placing inspirational leaders who deeply care about the topic of culture. We also run culture workshops for those who want to better understand and manage their own personal and work culture. Backed by 30 years of data and science, I'm passionate about helping organizations thrive by understanding the powerful role culture plays in success. That's why I wrote the book, Culture Drives Success. It's a parable for living and leading with purpose. Join us at culturedrivesuccess.com and become part of our community. Get monthly updates and free culture assessments and start your journey towards a more fulfilled and successful culture. And look us up at fortesearchpartners.com and hire us for our next executive hire, because we go the extra mile and find the right people who will join you to either reinforce your already strong culture or be the catalyst for change and transformation. Thanks for watching and look forward to helping you build a successful culture.